Reprints are crashing the market and more are coming. You need to sell now before it's too late. This is the narrative that I'm seeing pushed all across the Pokemon space right now. And while everybody else is panicking, we are beginning to see some of the best opportunities that we've seen in months on sealed Pokemon products. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the data with you guys and breaking down my top 5 sealed Pokemon product buys for this next week. But before we get into the bulk of the content today, I have to plug the 2,000 subscriber giveaway for the Prismatic Elite Trainer Box. Guys, if you want to get in on the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, it's very simple. Go down below on this video, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button on this video, and leave a comment down below with the word giveaway. And if you want to say something else down there too, I would greatly appreciate it. I love having a conversation with you guys down below in the comments. Once we hit 2,000 subs here on the channel, we'll spin the wheel of names and we will choose one of you guys to take home this awesome Prismatic ETB. All right, guys, now let's jump right into the number 5 product for the week, the 5th best product to buy in my opinion, based on the Pokemon datasheet, and that is Prismatic Evolution's Elite Trainer Boxes. Funny how that segued right into that, isn't it? Right now, we are sitting at a market price of $157.37. So jumping over to the sheet, it's actually fallen a little bit since I've entered prices in yesterday. That is down another 4.82% week over week. We have 261 listings and a price target currently of $201.64, giving Prismatic ETBs a 27.3% upside if it was priced like other ETBs on the market. Right now, the intrinsic value is sitting at a 1.1. When we go up and look at Scarlet and Violet era, ETBs average in this era a 1.52. So you can tell it's definitely trading under price to intrinsic value ratio by quite a good margin. So that is going to be my number 5 target for this next week. Next up is 151 booster bundles, and I'm actually already started to take some of my advice on this week's buys because I actually picked one of those up just today. I found a guy here in town that was selling one of these and offered him 87% on it, and he actually was happy to make a deal for it. So goes to show that even when things are already kindly under market value a little bit based on the spreadsheet, you can still even get a little bit juicier of a deal. But those are currently sitting at 186.97, jumping back over to the spreadsheet, going down to 151 here. Let's see how they sit on the spreadsheet. Currently, 187.55 is where they were when I entered them, got an intrinsic value of 179, price target of $240.45, giving us a 28.21% upside, price to intrinsic value ratio of 1.05. Going back up here to look at our price to intrinsic values, they average 1.11. Oh, wrong era there. They average 1.24 for Scarlet and Violet era. So as you can tell, again, another great product that is currently under market value. 151 is a great set. It's obviously highly desirable. And again, always with my buy targets for my top 5, they are part of what are going to be the top 15 sets out of all the arrows that we track here on the spreadsheet. So that way we make sure that when it's time to move the product here years down the line, you're actually liquid. People don't want bummer sets. So for example, like Shrouded Fable, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that like it. I think it's a fine set, but unfortunately, collector sentiment on this set isn't very high. And so if you were holding product on this, hoping to move it down the line, it could be difficult. And when you are investing or collecting, I think it's very important to make sure that the assets that you are holding, the collectibles that you are holding, are liquid. If you're holding something that's not going to move, it's going to be difficult later on down the line, and you might at least have to take a bigger chunk of a loss off of what it's actually worth at the time that you're ready to sell. Okay, now moving into the next product, you guys might be thinking, this is different. Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer Boxes. Okay, now why might you be thinking if this is different? Well, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that we've only been tracking Mega Evolution and Scarlet and Violet base. So I'm extremely excited to announce that as of this week, we are going to begin tracking Sword and Shield era products as well. And it just so happens that Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer Boxes are in the top 3 picks of the week. Let's get down here and take a look-see at these on the sheet, guys. So PC ETB sitting at 172.49. We have a price to intrinsic value ratio of 1.27 with a price target of 233, giving us a 35.54% upside, making it a strong buy. Now, guys, I want to talk about this a little bit really fast and kind of explain also why I'm expanding into Sword and Shield era products here on the spreadsheet and why I think they're going to be very important going forward. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, and I'll make sure to link them right here in the channel or on the video if you guys haven't seen it, we talked about the new print facility coming on in 2028 and how that could possibly impact the market. For those of you that are part of the Purple Line Squad, you guys know who you are. If you know, you know. This fits in with that narrative very well. I think that expanding into later eras is a great idea right now while we are anticipating a new print facility to come on. And truthfully, after analyzing things, there's some great buys and some great opportunities, I believe, in the Sword and Shield era to be looking at picking up right now. And I think it's a great way to insulate your portfolio or your collection going forward as we move on in this different dynamic of market that we've kind of been in now for the last couple of weeks. And as we move forward, getting closer to that new print facility, as things could start to shift in the market, I think it's just a good idea. But anyway, Brilliant Stars, it's going to be a great pickup. Let's look at that price to intrinsic value ratio, 1.27, coming up here to look at the average for the ETBs in Sword and Shield is actually a 1.64. I want to hurry and point this out while we're right here. Like, look at Mega Evolution up here and look at Sword and Shield down here as far as price to intrinsic value ratios go. You can see just how different they are because of how much time has gone by. And that goes to show how much scarcity can impact this price to intrinsic value ratio. For example, Booster Bundle in Mega Evolution era goes for a price to intrinsic value ratio of 1.11, while in Sword and Shield, it goes for an average of 1.5. ETBs, 1.33, ETBs in Sword and Shield, 1.64. I'm not going to go through them all, but I just wanted to hurry and point that out. Take a look at that. I think it's interesting, and it's something definitely worth noting. Now, moving on to the number 2 pick for the week, it's Brilliant Stars again, but this time the Pokémon Center Elite Trainer Box is currently sitting at $264. Now moving back over to the sheet, now we gotta go all the way back down here to find it again. Didn't take too long. Sitting right there at $264. There's 43 of these listings. Current price to intrinsic value ratio on this is a 1.55. That sounds high, but if you looked at those intrinsic value ratios up above, you'll actually notice this is quite low, giving us a price target for $366.46, making potential upside of 38.81%. And again, guys, when you go out and you look for these products that I'm mentioning on this list, don't just try to buy them for market value. A lot of people out there, if you're buying them locally for cash, you can make the argument going, hey, if you try to sell this on TCG Player or you try to sell this on eBay, you're gonna have to pay fees anyway of around 15%. So let's make a deal at 87, you know? I like 87. I usually come in with that number on a lot of stuff, especially right now. I'm not having too much pushback on that with what the market has been doing. A lot of people are trying to move product, guys. So I just kind of want to make a quick note of that as we're talking about some of these things, because while there is a potential for 38.81% upside, if it was priced like everything else in this era, there's no reason why you can't try to get a little better deal and insulate yourself right off the start when you acquire these products to hold long-term and add to your sealed collection or to your investment portfolio, guys. Now, let's talk about the number 1 product for this week on my buy target list, and that is going to be another Sword and Shield era product, Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Boxes. Guys, it's a little bit spendy, sitting at $330 currently, but come take a look at this, guys. $330.95, 64 listings, intrinsic value of $260 with price to intrinsic value of only 1.27, so quite low, giving us a price target of $461.07, leaving a 39.32% upside. Guys, that's quite a strong upside in my opinion. I'm very excited about maybe trying to find some of these. I've been looking in my local area. They're a little bit scarce, which makes sense with the age of this product, but hey, I'm definitely going to be trying to find some of these at some of the card shows that I go to, hopefully soon, so that way I can pick some up. Now, guys, I'm going to hurry and share my total buy list with you, which is going to include everything even below the top 5, as well as my avoid list with you guys right here, right now since you've made it this far into the video, kind of as a thank you. So here is this week's buy targets. As you can see, below the Prismatic ETB, we have the Paldea Evolved booster box. We have the White Flare booster bundles, Brilliant Stars booster box, and you know, everything else down below that as well. Please feel free to take a screenshot of this. Please take a look at this when you're considering buying certain products. See if maybe they're on this list. Again, none of this is financial advice, but at the same time, I'm happy to share my opinions, and this sheet is definitely my opinions, and you know, use some of that perspective when you go to your own conclusions to make your own buying decisions in this space. Now, also, I will say that every one of you guys that is going to stick around to the end of the video, I do have some exciting news. I have an exciting announcement and something that I want to talk to you guys about. So it's a little easier for something to come here in just a minute. So if you made it this far, I guess you're going to find out about that possibly. Here's the avoid list. As you can see, there's quite a few products on here that are from the Sword and Shield era, but there's also quite a few from Scarlet and Violet, as well as Mega Evolutions. Okay, so take a look at this. There's some stuff that's even got super extreme amount of downside risk, in my opinion. I mean, Rebel Clash is just kind of a bummer set. Speaking of bummer sets, but yeah, definitely take a look at these. These are some products that I would recommend, you know, if you're going to buy, at least try to buy them for this price target number that I have listed over here, as I think that they are far too expensive at current prices when you look at the average prices in those eras. Okay. Now, guys, I know a lot of you guys want to talk about Destined Rivals, so let's hurry and just do a quick little update on that, because that is kind of the talk right now. Let's see where it's currently sitting. We've got ETBs, which is the biggest talk of the town right now, sitting at 139.39, which is actually 0.78% up, but my price target still remains at 136.32. Now, guys, I'm not a buyer at this price yet. I was able to secure a pre-order at GameStop when they had them going for $100, and from the numbers that I am hearing from people that have access to distro, I really do think that towards the end of the month, when we see these hit the market, we could see this price come down some more. I'm more of a buyer somewhere around the 100 to 115 mark, and I'm not going to be shocked if we see the market prices correct down to that. Now, also, let's talk about these booster boxes, because they have seen a considerable drop off this week since the reprint was announced. 13.39% down. Current price target still of $327.19. I know some of you guys are thinking that I'm crazy for having a price target down there, but I mean, and I have to have it like that because that is just what the sheet says. The sheet doesn't care about feelings. It cares about what the numbers say, what the averages are for the eras. And currently, that is where the price target is. Now, if we find out there's not very many boxes on this run, we can go ahead and check a Y in this box, which would bring our price target up to $392, meaning that it was short printed. Because before this, it was a short printed booster box, but we don't know if that's going to be the case anymore after this new print run is done. All right, now that we've got through all this, it's that time to say thank you for all of you that have watched the video this far. And I have some cool stuff that I want to talk about with you guys specifically, because you guys are the legends. You are the ones that are obviously supporting the channel the very most, watching the videos until the very end, and you're here right now, which is basically the beginning of the channel. I mean, we've only been around really for like 3 weeks now making content here on YouTube. So I wanted to make sure to talk about this at the very end of the video. So I was addressing you guys specifically about this. Okay. So here's the big news. I've already kind of shared that we're going to be doing a Discord. And the Discord is going to be great. I'm going to have the whole community able to get into that Discord. I'm planning to just have the invite link set in the description, and everybody's going to be able to get in there. But I want to get some of you guys in there first and early, because you guys are the true supporters of the channel. So here's going to be a chance to kind of get in there early. And then there's also one other thing that I kind of want to mention that I want to offer to you guys that are here sticking this video out as long as you are. And I'm purposely kind of rambling because I want to make sure that everybody else is gone that doesn't really support the channel the way that you legends do, because there is going to be a part on the Discord where I'm going to share my spreadsheets, a viewable version of my spreadsheets for you guys to have access to all the time. You guys being here at the beginning for as long as you have, I want to make it free for you. Totally free. So this is going to eventually become a paid service. But for you guys that are here right now, this early in on the channel, I want to give back to you because I've said it a million times. I'm so thankful for you guys. I really am. And another way that I want to give back to you guys for being here this early and being this pivotal to the uprise of this channel and the way that it has came up in this last few weeks is that I want to make sure that you guys have access to this exclusive part of the Discord and that you have access to my sheets entirely for free so that way you guys don't have to pay a membership to have access to it going forward. So let's hurry and pop over here into the Discord. Guys, I have it pretty much completely all set up as you can see, and right over here when we go over into the different categories, you can see there's going to be a Pokepolls Legends category. These are private areas in the Discord that are only going to be for the true legends, the ones that are basically OG supporters of the channel or that later on pay for a subscription to be a channel member to help fund everything that I'm doing here, to try to help everything out as much as I can, to keep bringing great content to you guys, to try to help make it worth doing the time of the spreadsheet every single week. I mean, I love doing it. I'm having a great time. And that's why I want to make sure I'm giving it to you guys who've been here from the start for free, because you shouldn't have to pay for it, because you guys are what got me here. So I want you guys to be in this. It's going to be great. We're going to have a Legends only chat. So basically the real ones like you guys, you, me, everybody else who's actually here for this portion of the video, who makes it all the way through, we're going to be able to talk. We're going to be able to share access to the spreadsheets right in here. I'm going to have links for you guys to be able to view these all the time. And these are just going to get better. And the data is just going to get even better over time because it's going to become a larger database that we can look back on in history as I build it out. So I'm super excited to announce the Discord, but I'm even more excited to announce this little portion of the Discord for free for you guys that make it this far. So let me hurry and tell you how you guys can get this for free. Go over to my channel page. On there, you'll see I have a link to my Instagram. I want you to send me a message on Instagram just saying, I'm a legend. And after you do that, I will know that, hey, you were here from the beginning, and I will make sure that you have an invite link and that you have access right away. Hey, it's me and Squirtle from the future. I forgot to mention one thing when I originally recorded the video, so I wanted to hurry and mention this really fast. To make sure that it really is everybody that has been here from the beginning, I'm only going to let this happen for the first 48 hours after I post the video. So that way I can make sure that the people I'm giving essentially the access to the private Discord areas are truthfully people who have been here from the very start of the channel, and it's not people that are finding the video years or months or however long it's been since I posted it. Just wanted to hurry and add that note, but getting back to the original video now. Okay, guys, thank you for making it this far in the video. I think you're awesome, and yeah, I wish you luck in the week ahead. See you in the next one. Peace.